my name is Mars. You can call me MG if you would like, and today I have for you another episode of Let's Talk Tropes, which is a series that I do on my channel, but I have not uploaded a video in this series for a long time, so if you're new here, you might not know what's going on. Basically, Let's Talk Tropes is where I first pick a trope and I describe it to you guys, then I talk about examples of it in popular media, and then I talk about how I use that trope in my own stories, because I'm a writer and I have a lot of projects, so I have a lot of tropes going on in those projects, and I just like to talk about them. So today's episode is all about anti-magic magic powers, so let's start talking about that. This trope is kind of a 2-for-1 deal because it can manifest in 2 different ways. So the first way is magic powers that allow you to cancel the magic of other people, and then the other way it manifests in media that I've seen is that this magic makes you immune to other people's magic. So they're kind of similar but definitely distinct powers, and I have examples of both of them. Most of my examples come from manga and anime, but I do have one example that does not, so let's chat about them. My first example is the character of Aizawa. He is from My Hero Academia, and in this world, all these superpowers are called quirks, so when you hear me say quirk, I just mean his power. So his quirk is that he can cancel people's magic, but he has to be looking at them, so he's got like goggles and eye drops to use to keep his eyes from fatiguing fast, because he has to keep looking at this person, and the second he blinks, his power ends and the person can use theirs again. So this is good for like a ranged effort, but it's also easily obstructed. Similarly, we have Dazai, who is from Bungo Stray Dogs, and his supernatural ability, as they're called in this series, is that he can cancel other people's magic, but unlike Aizawa, it's not from looking at them, it's from physically touching them. So it seems like he doesn't have to maintain contact, but I also don't think there's anything stopping from like these people just starting their power up again when he's not touching them. So there's a very limited range on it because he has to get right up close with people, but he's also like really skilled in fighting and stuff, so he doesn't really have a problem getting close to people. My example that is not from anime or manga is actually Bella from the Twilight series. So her power is that she has this mental shield that makes her immune to the psychic powers of other vampires, and she does have this as a human, but it really only protects her, and this is why Edward can't read her thoughts. But then she becomes a vampire later on in the series, and she's able to kind of like practice and expand the scope of her powers, and eventually she gets to a point where she can encompass other people in this over like a range, so she's able to protect many people. So I think that's really cool that she's able to like work on this and make her power stronger. And the limitation of this though is that she's not immune to any physical attacks, magical or otherwise. It only protects her from psychic attacks, which I mean is fantastic. It's a great power to have, but she's definitely vulnerable to other sort of attacks. The last 2 examples I have are from the same series. That series is Dorohedoro, which is a really weird manga and anime about sorcerers, and they do magic on regular people. The 2 examples I have from there, the first one is Chota, who I don't have a lot to say about, but I figured I'd mention him because his sorcerer power is the ability to cancel out other people's magic. So in this world, sorcerers will blow smoke out of their bodies to like cover an area with their magic, and Chota can blow the smoke out of his hands and his mouth, and when his smoke covers someone or something that has been afflicted by someone's magic, it reverses the effects. It's really it, there's nothing more to it, so that's kind of all I have to say on him. The other character I have to talk about is the protagonist of the series, Cayman? I'm not really sure it's pronounced. I call him Cayman, but he is immune to magic, but it's not because of any power he has, because he is not a sorcerer. The reason he is immune to magic is because he's already under someone's magic spell, and that's why he's got a big ol' lizard head, and because he is under this one spell, he can't be under any other spells. So it's not something he has innately in him, it's kind of an effect from something else, and I just think it's really funny and I wanted to include him. As for using this sort of magic in my own stories, I'm currently working on a project that I'm calling HPZA, and it is a zodiac-based magic system, and the magic that I have assigned to the sign of Aries is both resistance to magic and the ability to dull or cancel out magic around you, and it's something that can be on a very small scale, or if you work at it in practice, do it on a larger scale, and I am just very excited to kind of weave this aspect into the story because all of the other 11 signs have like normal magic powers like telekinesis and animal shapeshifting and all this fun stuff. But Aries, I feel like, as the start of the zodiac, needed something a little bit more special, which is why I've given it these anti-magic powers. So I think it's going to be a fun little addition to the group. And I'm still very much in the brainstorming phase of this story. I don't have much story yet, but I do have that structure of the magic system, and I'm so happy to continue working on it. So this has been a quick video, but that is all that I have for you guys today. Let me know down in the comments any more characters that you think fit this trope. I would love to have a discussion. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel for more content, and that way I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye everyone!